Give me a second, everyone. Salute, salute. Oh, Jesus Christ. Mm, I'm just creating one thing and we'll be good to go. Oh, shit. I'm sorry, everybody. I have a headache, so what's going on? Mm, mm. Um, all right. I think I'm almost set. X kick. Whew, excuse me. Oh, oh, excuse me. Yeah, I got a pounding headache, but we have to get to business. But we got some stuff to talk about. Um, Good morning, everybody, and welcome to the Bronze Reaper podcast. I'm your host, Rosalind Perkins. Um, I had a question today. And I was just looking at all the smoke that Black Americans get. Give me a second. I'm looking for my remote. All right, right here. It's crazy because as a Black American, foundational Black American, children of freedmen, ancestors of freedmen. Um, I do want to say this. everybody has a lot of smoke for Black Americans, and I know they do, and we are a target. I can say that we are a target, but I always wonder where was the smoke for Africans. I seen a video with this guy flipping out on some Africans when he's like, "Oh yeah, we're brothers." He's no, get the fuck out, Canada. You know, like Jamaican, and there was a Jamaican guy. He was like, "Yo, get the fuck out of Canada." He's like, "Yo, you fuck it up for us. You do all these schemes and all this other stuff, and you make us look bad." This is where the delineation comes from. And people are going to start to understand the delineation that a lot of us need. You know, yes, we all are black in some way, but at the end of the day, ethnicity wise, there's a difference. Different from culture, different from fashion, different from ideology. There's a difference. And I think once we start respecting the difference, I think things will get better. I'm not going to say things will be fixed. Situations between blacks and the black diaspora or diaspora will get better, you know. I hope um I'm going to say this. I hope that foundational black Americans keep on fighting the fight, you know, and start this delineation. What's going on? Yeah, we back again. We back again. Yeah. Salute. Let's get it. 004. And was it Zemania? If I said it right, salute to you too. Salute. Um, but yeah, I think things will get a little bit better when this delineation does happen. And like I said, we have different cultures, and our cultures is what separates us from each other. Um, most of us, um, and when I say most of us, I mean the black community. Most of us in the black community, in the foundational black community, we have no hate towards anybody. We probably joke around. We probably say some foul shit to you now, but before this stuff started, it was never like this. It was, you know, like that, like the little mulatto dude said. He's like, always take the high road. Let me. Black people need to learn how to take the high road. This delineation is not gonna get no better. I'm gonna say this: it's gonna be hard for all of us once this delineation happens. Um, some people might feel a certain type of way. Some people might be happy, but at the end of the day, oh shit. As I told an African, this delineation shows your culture. This delineation shows what's good about your culture. You know, you should be happy that that your culture can be put on a highlight reel. If you ask me, we could see the great things that comes out your culture. We might even could see comparisons at once. Who knows? We might actually do see comparisons, but we all know it's different. You know, the difference. Hold on. The The difference between all our cultures and from the different diaspora, it's remarkable. We probably might have the strongest, but at the end of the day, y'all still have y'all own culture that can be strong. It's stronger in certain areas. Like the Caribbean culture. The Caribbean culture is very strong in Europe. You know, I feel like the Caribbean should take pride in that. You know, even though like yeah, you immigrated over there, but UK wouldn't be UK without the Caribbeans. You know, I will say that. I'm sorry, everybody. I'm going very slow today. I got a headache. Oh, what's going on, DJ Big? Salute. Of course, not because Africa is a third world country too. Misery loves company, and scamming is the game using what the word. Yeah, I believe that too, DJ Biggs. I'm gonna say this. Uh, I think the Caribbeans, Africans will do better without Pan Africanism. And the reason why it dilutes Caribbean culture, I'm gonna be personally honest. I think Pan Africanism dilutes Caribbean culture. Um, I personally, and I'm gonna say this, and it's, it might be it might sound crazy, but I don't think Caribbeans like Africans. Um, this is why I wanted to bring up this topic. We kind of pushed away from the FBA stuff for right now. We're gonna talk about Caribbeans. Do Africans really like Caribbeans? And let's personally be honest. The reason why I am saying that is because I'm saying this because Black Americans, I mean Caribbeans. I'm sorry, I'm so used to talking about foundational Black Americans. Africans, like we all know that Africans sold Caribbeans and a small percentage of Black Americans. We could all agree to that. So the question is, where's all of this African pride coming from? Does Caribbeans have two oppressors? One of the oppressors is Africa, and the other oppressors is the European. Why not have smoke for them? Why have solidarity when knowing the way how these Africans talk about Caribbeans, and let's not get it fucked up. When they talk about black people and slavery and stuff, they're talking about Caribbeans too. Primarily Caribbeans. Because technically we could lead back to the slave trade and stuff like that. We could lead back to the slave trade. We're 100% sure with that. Where were Africans when these Caribbean people were fighting? Where was Africans when these people were getting sold? Where was Caribbean? Where was the Africans when after they fought off the Europeans? Why didn't the Africans come and get them? I'm not kicking in the backs of Africans, but I am telling the truth today. I have to tell the truth. Nothing ever came out of, this African This African solidarity with Caribbeans. What's going on, E Will? Salute, salute. You know, um, I just personally have to be honest with that. I think that's it. To me, it's crazy. You know, even just looking back when I was like, oh yo, I used to wear the dashikis and all that other stuff, and Africa this, Africa that. I'm giving credit to them, but not my own people. I should give credit to these niggas who sold a percentage of my brothers. And I'm gonna use that word today loosely. I mean, no, I'm gonna use this word blatantly today, brother. I'm gonna use it blatantly, brother. Was Africa, Caribbeans, their brothers? Were they their brothers when they sold them? Why do we get backlash because we feel this way? Why do we get backlash when we tell the truth? As like, yo, these people are not our brothers. These are the people's. These are the ancestors. These are the offspring of the childrens that sold Caribbeans and Caribbean South Americans, certain Latinos, and 4% of Black Americans. Where was family then? These countries are not slums for no reason. This might be karma. This might be karma because they're paying for the sins of their forefathers. These niggas is shitting in the streets because of the evil, the sinister things that they have done to what they call their brother. What is that telling you? And I'm not turning these Caribbeans against these Africans, but at the end of the day, you need to think about delineation too. You need to think about all the things that you created in Jamaica, in Trinidad, in Antigua, Dominican Republic, Dominica, Saint Kitts, Saint Lucia. Why aren't y'all holding your legacy, your culture? You just giving it away to the third world countries of slums. You're drinking the Kool-Aid when they say, "Oh, you look like one of my brothers from my tribe." We're gonna talk about it today. What Black Americans is going through right now, this is woke. We woke up and smelled the fucking coffee, and we say, you know what? We ain't fuck with those type of niggas. Them niggas. Then y'all jumped in the forefront and didn't even want to hold your culture. You gave it to Africa. The motherfucking Caribbeans gave their culture to Africa. It's crazy. That's crazy. Like, I know I shit on people. I know I fuck around with people's cultures and stuff like that, but I'm being truthful today. You gave away to a culture because them niggas say you look like from somebody from their fucking tribe. Your tribe, as y'all always say, y'all native land, your land is those Caribbean islands. Those lands been your islands since them niggas sold you off and told you you ain't the same nigga as me. Don't sell your own people out, man. And I'm gonna be personally honest, y'all Caribbeans, y'all need to fuck with this delineation. Y'all tell, and this is how crazy it is. Y'all saying reggae came from Africa? No, that shit came from your country. There was an ethnogenesis that happened. Y'all talked about your struggles. You talked about your country. That shit didn't have nothing to do with Africa. Own your shit. And I'm saying this because I see a lot. I see the Caribbeans as the old black Americans, the we shall overcome type of niggas. And the reason why I say I see that because at the end of the day, y'all just giving up y'all culture. Y'all giving away your culture. Y'all just don't give a fuck anymore. Just take the culture. We don't need it. Y'all on that type of time. Give me a second. Let me see how everything looks. Okay. Yeah, it just you just can't give away your culture like that. That's just it's absurd. It's absurd. Let me ask y'all a question. And this is to Jamaica. Did Africa help with your country with your reserves? And I'm talking about these big companies in Africa. We haven't heard no let me tell you something. When somebody's popular, you're in that limelight with everything you do. If something's wrong and you give money, them niggas is gonna know that you gave that money. Them niggas is gonna know that, oh yeah, we helped you. You just doing it, oh yo, I'm doing this from the con. Nah, that shit ain't cutting it no more. And the reason why I'm saying that shit ain't cutting it no more because you know what? When you have money and stuff like that, niggas talk shit, talk about oh this nigga ain't the same no more. But we'll be the first one to help your dusty ass. Now Jamaica, this is the question. You need to put out who helped you, who not helped you, and remember who helped you. This time, right now, Black Americans is not helping, and I'm gonna be personally honest. And the reason why, and we always will be the first one to help. We will drop everything like, yo, let's go help Jamaica. Out of all times, this is the worst time that we're not helping. You know, but I'm telling y'all this: don't move to Africa. If you're gonna move, move back home. Africa, they got these raggedy contracts where if you hold a house for 50 years, that shit could go back to Africa and they'll take everything you created. I heard if you take a citizenship, you got 99 years. You probably get a guarantee. I forgot what it's called, but you have no ownership. I was thinking about building a house in Africa at once. I was. When my mother did her little, that little scam in 23 and Me and shit, I was like, oh, I'm going to Africa. I'm gonna build a house in there. Until I found out them niggas will steal that shit. Until I found out them niggas is scammers. I gotta be personally honest. This is how this stuff is looking. It's not looking good. It's not looking good. This is why I told Kwame and Shabaka, please don't move to Africa, my nigga. Them niggas is gonna scam you. Like you think you're gonna be leaving stuff to your kids and all this other stuff. And like I've been tricked like that before. I have been tricked by Africans. Say, yo, move to Africa, yada yada yada, and I find out I don't own shit in Africa. Thank God I didn't spend money in Africa. Let me ask y'all a question. And I'm gonna say this too. And this might be an investment for Kwame if he's taking this shit serious. Kwame, if you're gonna invest in anything in Africa, invest in banks. Create a bank. I would tell you to do that because all in them African, all in them countries, Africa, they use other people's banks. I heard. I'm not fully sure, but I never heard of an African bank. Um, and I'm worried. I'm gonna be personally honest. I'm worried about these Caribbeans people's talking about they moving to Africa. I'm being personally honest. Them niggas, yo, them niggas will scam you there. You might think, oh yeah, we're brothers and all this other stuff, and they treat me different because we have African connections. No, my nigga, your connections is your country, your native land. You're aboriginals of those countries. When them niggas kicked y'all out, enslaved y'all, this is the thing. Africa did all the dirty work. Africa did all the dirty work. The messed up when they messed up when they sold us 500 years ago. No, they got yeah, facts. And this is why I'm telling the Caribbeans this. This is why I say, yo, why don't y'all have any smoke for them Africans? Why the fuck are you not trying to delineate? Them niggas didn't want y'all in that country in the first place. If they wanted you in the countries in the first place, they would have went back and tried to get you. They would have sent military there. They didn't send military there for a reason. Mm. They didn't send military there for a reason. Oh yeah, you got smoke for the black men, but you ain't got smoke for them Africans. I think everything that's going with their country is karma. You should have wanted unity 500 years ago before you sold that. The Brazilians, the Trinidadians, the African, I mean the Bayesian, I mean the Bayesians, all of that. You sold them niggas. Then you have the audacity to ask us for solidarity. Talk about come back home 2020, was it 2019? Nigga, we're not going back to Africa. Let's just dead that. That ain't gonna happen. And I know I'm not gonna go back to Africa. And I'm gonna say this to the Caribbeans. You need to have smoke for these niggas. How the fuck they're not giving you no ownership to move to Africa, but they want you to come back there so bad. They're gonna make that country a power country, then kick y'all niggas out. That's what's gonna happen. There you go. Same here. Let's get it. 004. I ain't going. And I'm not trying to call any tensions. It's just, nigga, you need it. Like I said, there has been a tornado or a hurricane that devastated fucking Jamaica. Why isn't African sending any other resources and they're the richest resources in the world? I'm sorry, everybody. I just got a headache. That's something to think about. Why? Why isn't that possible? That's something to really think about. Um, we're gonna do a quick show today. I'm gonna put on a video. Mm, and I was watching, and it was a video I was listening probably this morning early. Let's see. It was a good video too. Let's go back in history.
Ooh.
Because just like you said, FBA's come over here. So I wanted to get on your live a few days ago, but when you pulled me up,
Everybody,
I
don't
had
forget
clicked
to
off.
like and
But
subscribe and comment in the live
to
chat,
touch on
and
what the
also
gentleman said
subscribe. I mean,
about us
subscribe.
coming
If
together
you want to
and uniting
donate,
and doing
you
business with
could.
people
I'll
over
leave
here
the
on the
donation
continent,
in the
that would
live
not be
chat,
a good idea
but
at all.
it's in the
Ooh.
Because
description
just like you
if you're
said,
wondering.
FBA's come over here and they get finance, and that does happen. One thing about Africa, and it's basically all of Africa, you'll never own the land. It's just a lease. So
Right.
you,
You
you
heard
can't
that?
do business with people over here on the
Listen.
continent. That would not be a good idea at all.
Ooh.
Because just like you said, FBA's come over here and they get finance, and that does happen. One thing about Africa, and it's basically all of Africa, you'll never own the land. It's just a lease. So
Right.
you can't build any wealth that way. And another thing that goes on in Africa, if you want to come and start a business, an African has to own 51% of it.
Mm.
So basically,
Shit.
you're not starting a business for you and your family. You're starting a business for them, for their family.
Man. Yeah.
So
Wow.
no, doing anything in Africa, I would not recommend it. Not by Black Americans. And it's been said through different
Oh. Oh, where you at, sis? Oh, where you at, sis? Oh.
governments over here, encourage Americans to come over to get us to build these lands, to get us to spend money, to get us to educate these people because they know we're more educated than the normal people here.
Yeah. Now, how long have you been over there, dear? Oh.
I have been in different countries in Africa for almost 7 years.
Okay. And what made you settle
And
in Ghana?
Africa is all the same.
No result.
All the countries are all the same.
Yeah. Now, do you plan on coming back here?
I was just in the U.S. a month ago. I
Okay,
came back over here because my husband and my son is here, so I had to see them.
that's what I thought.
But
That's what I thought. You
Africa
married?
is not where it's at, guys. Don't.
Wait, hold
It's
on. You
not
married?
where it's at.
So,
Any
so,
Black American that wants to leave the United States, don't look to Africa because it's not where it's at all.
so,
You're going to be living in poverty. You're going to pay
damn.
a lot of money to live in poverty.
Mm.
So, did you marry a Ghanaian man?
No, 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 no. My husband is Black American.
Oh, really?
I would not. You can't even pay me to marry an African.
Oh, damn, damn.
Mm.
So, what made you and your husband move over there?
Well, I wanted to come. I wanted to see for myself because there's a lot of things that's on the internet. You know, people say different things, and I'm the type of person I don't trust what a person say. I want to see for myself.
Mm.
Yeah.
So I came and I saw, and when I got here, I immediately knew, no, these are not our people. These
Mm.
are not our people. They cannot
Shout out
say
to
that we
Killmonger's My
are
Hero.
descendants from Africa. They're nothing like us. Nothing like us. They're very docile. They're very passive. Um, I do feel that the people on these countries in this continent are cursed. I really feel that because
Oh,
of the way
damn.
they live, the way they act, the way they do people. They don't even
What
like.
I just said. I said I think this is karma. That's what's happening to Africa. This is karma. All that shit that they did to them Caribbeans and the certain Latinos and them Portuguese people, those Portuguese Africans. This is karma. You treated people like savages and animals. Now you living like an animal. I gotta be personally honest. Y'all did this to y'all own people.
Their own people. They don't. It's too tribal. It's too tribal here. So if they don't like their own people that came from here, what do you think they're gonna do to a Black American? They
I'll be back,
see us
everyone.
as a lick. They see us as a come up. No Black American is safe in Africa. And the ones that holler, oh, it's so peaceful here. Oh, I love it here. They're lying. They trying to
Mm.
save face because they want people to know that they came over here and messed up.
Oh, damn, damn, man. So, are there any nice parts of Ghana over there?
Where?
The way they do.
Don't get me started on Ghana. Okay, so the roads are raggedy, like there's potholes everywhere. Um, it's a nice part of Ghana. I would say maybe inside of Airport Hills. Like they have what they call these estates here. These gated estates. So if you get inside of an estate, inside the estate is okay. But once you come out of those gates, that's chaos. That's poverty.
Damn.
Infrastructure is like non-existent. They can't even keep the water on over here. Because like right now, we're in an apartment. And I left in January to go back to the US. So we moved into the apartment in September of last year, right? They turned the water on in October for a few minutes. The water hadn't been turned on since then. It's been over a year.
Damn.
Over a year. So my husband and son has been having to um, pay these guys, what we call water truck guys, to go and get water and bring water and put in our poly tank. And see, that's the type of stuff they do. The water isn't turned on, but yet Ghana Water Limited is sending you a water bill. Where does water bill come from, sir? We haven't had water. What you doing?
Wow. Wow.
But that's what they do. And the same thing with the electricity. You know, the electricity is hit or miss. When you come, if you don't come with a generator and things that can be solar powered and stuff like that, you're messed up. You're messed up. And it doesn't make any sense. And the internet is awful. Nothing's good. And so like I tell people, coming to Africa, you're going to spend a whole lot of money just to still live in poverty. Because if the infrastructure isn't there, that's poverty. These people are running around here urinating and defecating in the street.
Oh, why they do it in Ghana too?
Yes, yes. They do it in the street. They don't care. They throw trash everywhere. They don't care. That's why when raining season come in, these areas flood because these crazy people don't put trash in the canals and stuff that's supposed to channel the water away.
Wow.
That's why it floods. It's I don't know what's wrong with them. And another thing, they cook with aluminum over here, and I think that's affecting their brains.
Oh damn. Damn.
It's like they can't critically think. All they know how to do is beg, set up scams and frauds. The children are not even in school here. And this isn't just Ghana. These are every country I have gone to. These children are not in school. These children are on the streets begging for money. So, how can an African leave Africa and come to the US and try to holler they're more educated than us? How, sir? How? You came to the US to get an education because over here you're not even in school.
Wow. So your son in school?
My son graduated from ASU.
Oh, okay. Okay. So he's grown.
Yes, he's
Okay.
26.
Oh, okay. Big one. He's big one. Okay. So man, why are you and your husband and your son still out there?
I am still in Africa because my son is refusing to leave. And like I told my husband, I cannot leave my son in a foreign country because they will take advantage of him. So what I have been doing is I go back to the US, do what I need to do. I come over here. Then my husband goes back to the US, do what he needs to do. Then he come back. So we've been switching out. And so, like I told my husband when I got back this time, I said, I don't know if we just need to drug him up and get him on the plane. I said, but we need to be back in our country because this is not our
Now,
country.
why does he not want to leave?
He says that here he's just a man, that he's not a black man, he's just a man. And he says he feels more comfortable here in this country among people that favors him. He said he doesn't have to worry about getting shot by the police and things like that. I said, well, you don't have to worry about getting shot by the police, but you got to worry about getting scammed by them. So
Damn.
he says that he rather give the cops a little bit of money when he gets stopped because he know he's coming home.
Wow. 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 Wow.
That's crazy.
Man. That's interesting.
That's crazy.
Well, I hope you're safe out there.
That's crazy. This is what I've been telling people. This is why I've been warning people. I was like, yo, you're gonna get scammed out here.
I hope you be safe out there. I hope you be safe. So, um, what other countries do you plan on visiting over there?
I do not plan on visiting another one because I visited enough.
Oh
I
wow.
started in the east and I made my way over to the west.
Okay.
So I visited a lot. And like I said, Africa is all the same. The only difference is the languages. That's it.
Yeah.
The setup is the same. The infrastructure is the same. You know, the the shacks are the same. Everything is the same. And another thing that they do in these African countries, like when uh, let's say these touring companies that's here when they show things, what they do is like the Capitol, they'll have it fixed up nice, and the main road to be fixed up okay, and you see these nice what they call mansions and big houses, but behind those houses is the slums.
Oh
Mm.
damn. Damn. Everybody
There's
be like,
slums here.
now where's your son now? Where is he?
Oh, he sleep.
Oh, okay. What time is it over there?
He, it is 7:30 in the morning over here.
Oh, okay. 'Cause I want to talk to him. Shit, I want to talk to that son. I want to see what's going on
uh,
with him.
the next time, but what time do you normally do your lives?
Oh, it depends. Usually at night over here, around 10, 11 at night in the U.S., LA time.
Okay. Well, I'll start having him to get on because he doesn't go to sleep over here until 4 o'clock in the morning here.
Okay.
So I'll see about getting him to come on because I would really like for someone to pick his brain
Yeah.
because it doesn't make sense to me. It
Oh, I
doesn't make
like it.
sense to me.
Oh, I got to talk to him. Have you been to Elmina Castle? Have you visited that?
I'm not going to go. I don't need to go there.
Okay. Hey, there you go. I ain't
Mm-mm.
mad.
I don't need to go there. I don't need to see any of that. I really don't. And my thing is this, for a long, 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 long time, these people didn't even want to be associated with us. But now all of a sudden, they want to claim black.
Yeah.
They want to claim black. And I feel like like you said, is too attached to us. But if they want us to say that we're African and we're from Africa and all of that, then that means you all sold us. So not only should we be getting reparations from the United States, we need to be getting reparations from these countries too.
Ooh.
Since they want us to claim that we're African now, run us our money. Run that check. Y'all got these gold, y'all got diamonds, y'all got rubies, y'all got cobalt, y'all got everything in this soil. Run us our money and our land.
Yeah. Yes, indeed.
Now, if we start asking for that, I'm sure they'll go back to saying, "Oh, no, those people there aren't African. No, they was already in the U.S. They'll leave us alone then."
Yep, because that's my thing. All that inviting us over there. Yeah, give me some of that gold. Y'all better give up something. You know. That's
Well, the invitation, especially with the year of return that popped off in 2019, that was a money grab. They really didn't want Black Americans to come and stay. They wanted Black Americans to come and spend money,
right.
And they show them, oh, well, you know what? You can get this land, you can buy this land, you can buy that land. And at the time, many of the Black Americans didn't know you can't buy the land. It's a lease. Because I was on the plane and there was a whole group of people and black people, and I asked them, I said, "Hey, where you all headed to?" "Oh, we're going to Ghana." I said, "For what?" "Oh, we're going to buy land." I asked, I said, "Why?" "Oh, because such and such." I said, "Do you know you can't own the land?" I said, "It's just a lease." I said, "You're a foreigner. You're only going to get a 50-year lease." Their eyes got big. They didn't know that.
Yeah.
I said, within 50 years, I said, they're pulling that land back from you. Whatever you've done on it, it becomes theirs. I said, now, if you truly want to buy land, and if you want to be in Ghana, what you need to do is you need to get your citizenship. I said, get your citizenship. I said, then you can at least get a 99-year lease with a guaranteed renewal. So they don't even tell the people the truth. They tell people bits and pieces.
Right.
Also, they're saying, oh, you come to Ghana, you can get citizenship. No, it doesn't work like that. It doesn't work like that. Like Dr. Umar, he came over here and paid for his citizenship. He paid for it.
Wow.
Him and his whole entourage. He got his citizenship in January of this year. My sister was there at the ceremony. And she sent me back video footage. She was like, girl, look at who up in here.
How much are they charging for the citizenship?
Some people that I talked to, they paid $5,000. Some people even paid up to $20,000. I'm like, that's crazy as hell. You didn't pay that kind of money to be over here in a fourth world country.
Damn. Wow. That's crazy.
But yeah, they paid for it. And that's why it's a lot of uproar now about the number of people that did receive their citizenship because they didn't do it the right way.
Yeah. Well, let me get Josh. Now, Josh says she's lying. Josh, get in here.
What am I lying about, Josh? What?
Josh, hop in. Okay, Josh.
Hi, good morning. This is Joshua. I wanted to step in and say something. I'm in the DRC right now, and I've heard our sister bashing Africa literally, and that's disgusting. I'm really shocked that she's misrepresenting facts about the continent of Africa. Africa is
you're disgusted by me telling the truth about the countries? How is that disgusting?
That's not the truth.
If it's not the truth, if you have a problem,
Africa, hold on, sister.
If you have a problem with me telling the truth,
hold on. I went to college in the United States of America, right? I'm in my country right now. I'm back in the Democratic Republic of the Congo. That's where I live.
Yeah.
I'm in Kinshasa, the capital city. Stop lying.
What is she lying about?
What
is she lying about?
So the problem is she missed, first of all.
Okay, what did she lie about, sir? What did she lie about? Stop yelling and say what she lied about.
I want him to go down the line and name it and call out everything I lied about. I want to hear it.
What's going on?
Josh, go ahead. Josh, unmute your mic. Josh? Okay, let's wait on him to unmute his mic. He's probably still talking. Josh, unmute your microphone, sir. Because all that yelling ain't going to work. If you say somebody's lying, you better stand on it and say what she's lying about. Josh?
Yes.
Okay, what did she lie about?
Can I talk? Can I go ahead?
Yes. Now tell us, what did
So
she
first
lie
of all,
on?
as far as the citizenship is concerned, each African country has a process. In order to be a citizen of a country, there are some requirements to meet. And if you're a foreign national, you come to our country, and you here in order to invest, you can have an opportunity to have the government grant you a citizenship based on some requirement you can meet because you're an investor. You come in here for some economic opportunity. So if you start you start companies and you hire local people, that brings down the rate of unemployment. Do you agree with me from that perspective?
Okay, what was
That
the
might
lie?
be the
Where did she
reason
lie?
why I don't. So when she said people are defecating on the street, maybe she lived in the remote areas. Ghana, the capital of Ghana is Accra. And Accra is a big city. So you have suburbs as well as inner cities. If you go in the inner cities, those are like remote areas, poor neighborhood. Even in the United States, you still have a poor neighborhood. In the United States of
Okay,
America, you
let
got
me stop. Because I've been to South Africa. It's very developed, and I've seen people shit on the streets there with my own eyes. Okay, so
Thank you.
let's stop that. Let's don't. People do be shitting on the streets in Africa. All right, and it's very casual. In Nigeria, it's so bad they have to give people fines for shitting in the streets. So that's a reality. Let's not do that, sir. All right, we're going to speak.
Okay, so Josh, put your toupee back down because what you did when I was speaking, you was listening to respond. You wasn't listening to hear what I said. I said a lot of people did not get their citizenship the right way. I said that. Okay. And as far as you want to talk about, I must be in a remote village. I'm right down here in the heart of Accra. I'm in East Legon. So you can't tell me what I don't see. You can't tell me what don't go on here. You can't tell me none of that. You over there in the DRC, y'all trying to run too. Don't y'all have a genocide going on?
Damn.
That's what you need to be worried about. Don't worry about what I'm saying about Ghana. Now, when I get on Congo, then you talk. But up until then,
This is why I told the Caribbeans, I was like, I don't think y'all should go to Africa. I don't think you should invest in Africa. I'm going to be personally honest. I don't think you should. I really don't think you should. This is what comes with it. This lady's telling you she's in Africa right now. She's in Ghana. And this is don't forget, Ghana was the ones that sold tribes. So we can't act like this shit ain't true.
keep it quiet.
Josh, unmute your microphone, sir. Josh, unmute your mic. It takes him a minute to unmute. Josh, unmute your microphone, Josh. Josh, unmute. All right. He'll be on in a second. But yeah, Josh, don't get mad because she's telling the truth. Excuse me.
Now, another thing I want to talk about when it comes to our Black Americans, our women have got to stop coming to Africa. And they definitely have to stop coming to Africa single because these men are taking advantage of these women over here. They playing on their heartstrings. They're getting their money. A lot of Black American women has gotten unalive in Ghana alone, and they don't talk about that. They don't talk about that, and it needs to be talked about. These people over here will be married. The women are in on it too, to set these women up, to get these women's money, and then when the money stop, their life stop.
Damn. Okay.
And that is the truth. That is the truth. These countries, these people over here, they hide a lot of stuff that goes on because they don't want things getting out about how they truly are. These countries are not great. They do prostitution. They do human trafficking. They sell their children. They over here dealing drugs. And it's a lot of baby mamas over here too.
Oh yeah. Chemo.
Yeah.
What's
Yeah.
up?
Hi.
How you doing?
Uh, I'm good. I'm good. I'm.
You want to know what year this is? You sure you want to know? I'll tell you, Shabaka. This was yesterday. He recorded this yesterday. This ain't Tariq Nasheed. This is a lady who's talking in Ghana. This lady in Ghana is saying that. She's like, yo, I had to stay over here because my son didn't want to leave. This is why I said this, Shabaka. Why don't the Caribbeans have that smoke for Africans and Africans sold them? Why? Like, first of all, Black Americans hasn't done nothing to anybody. We get the most smoke. We get the most hated. We get the most hated, and I understand. But these Africans sold y'all niggas. Shit happened. Shit happened in these countries with the buck breaking, fucking working for free labor, treating people as cattle. Certain certain countries were worse than others. People's children being violated, taken away, dehumanized, demonized, used as alligator bait. And you want to go back to Africa when they plotted what they did was basically plotted to give y'all niggas away? This is karma. That's what's happening to Africa. This is karma. Their offspring is going through it because of their ancestors.
I'll state my opinion. I agree. I agree with what Afia said. The thing is, really, they're really not. My point of view is they're really not hurting us because you see how that guy got try to bag on her for stating for literally stating what she saw. In the end, he really should be thanking her because she's actually bringing awareness. And once you get the
Mm,
conversation going, that's where countries like the Congo, Ghana, can change for the better.
mm.
So it really, instead of attacking us, they really should look inwards and try to fix their homeland instead of running from it. If you know
Yes.
what I mean.
Shabaka. It doesn't mean it could be the biggest diamond. What was it? Deposition. I forgot what that word is. But you got to look at it, Kwame. I mean, Shabaka. Those countries are not making money, Shabaka. Those countries don't have African banks. They have Swedish banks. They have European banks. They have Asian banks. They don't have Africans bank. This is why I wish you was here in the beginning. I say, yo, Kwame, to get any advice, if I could give you any advice, try to build a bank in Africa, an African bank, or a Pan African bank. Do it. But they don't have their own bank there. They have a European bank. So how much pennies of the dollar you think they're gonna get?
Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. Thank you so much, Kimo. Let's
Okay.
get let's get Cool Keezy in. Cool Keezy.
I'll be back, everybody. My head's
Cool
killing me.
Keezy, did you mean to hit the button? All right, cool. All right, Cool Keezy must not have meant to hit the button. But yeah, this is very interesting. It's very, very interesting. So I hope you're going to be safe over this, sis. I hope you and the family is going to be.
Oh, I'm going to be very safe because it's one thing about it. We not like them. I don't play with these people. I do not play with these people. I'm not gonna start.
Yeah.
A lot of people want to be sympathetic. Well, they've gone through a lot. Don't, no, they ain't went through nothing. The things that they go through, they make that for themselves. They do that for themselves. Do you know that modern day slavery is still going on here, right here in Ghana?
Oh yeah.
When I'm out and about, I make it a point to talk to the people that's working in these places. And I ask them, I come up to them, hey, how are you doing? Are you getting paid? They tell me no. I'm like, when was the last time you got paid? Oh, well, maybe 3 months, 4 months. I said, and you still coming to work?
Damn.
Make that make sense. And what it is, there's these Indian companies over here that owns these grocery stores,
I
the
just said that.
Lebanese, the Turkish people. All these other foreigners are over here owning businesses. Like, what does the Ghanaians really own? They don't own anything. But yet they're employing the Ghanaians and they're not paying the Ghanaians. And these Ghanaians still get up, get on the trotro and whatever means of transportation they have and come and work for these people and have not gotten paid in months.
So what do they
Now,
go? Okay, so how they sustaining themselves and they're
Yeah.
working for nothing?
what they do, they go and borrow money from other people to get by. So then when they finally do get paid, they have to go and pay those people back. So it's a continuous cycle. Continuous. And that's no way to live. Now, another thing I want to pull while we're talking about people not getting paid, there are churches here. The Mormon churches are all over Ghana. The Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints, they're all over Ghana. They're all over Africa, really, because I seen them when I was in East Africa, Central Africa. They're everywhere. So I asked them, I said, hey, the the Church of Latter-day Saints are here. Can you all not go to the church and get food and get help? They said, no, no. They tell us we have to get it for ourselves. Okay, so why are these churches here? Why are they here?
Wow.
They're getting these people's coins and not giving back to the community.
That teach sister.
So that's a problem. Also, another problem is we have Chinese pastors per se. We have the YT pastors per se up in these churches. And these Africans is running up in these churches, giving them their money, their tithes and offerings and all of that. These people over here getting rich off these Africans. But yet they're not giving back to the community. Okay, now let's go back to the people that's working over here that's not getting paid. So it's really modern slavery. I asked the one sister, I said, you are a cashier.
She didn't know. She didn't go there. Her son went there, and now her son don't want to leave, and she can't leave her son there because he's gonna get scammed. His son, his son is worried about dying from the fucking police, but he's not worried about fucking being extorted and being kidnapped. So you're gonna do what's best for your children.
I said, you see how much I'm paying for all of these groceries in my cart. I said, look at all the rest of these carts is at these other registers. You see how full these baskets are. I said, these people can afford to pay you. I said, how do you come here and stand here and let money come through your hand and you don't take your pay? They don't have the sense that we have. Now, you know, a black American is not about to come to work and not get paid. If you don't have our money on Friday, your stuff getting burnt down the same day.
Damn.
Facts.
But it's been going on here for months.
So do
And
they
that's
get
why
food?
these
So do they
people
get food? Do they get
want to
food from the
leave
job?
Africa. They want to leave Africa because they're not getting paid.
Do they at least get food from the job? I mean, they got to get something if they go into work every day and not getting a check. They got to get
They
something.
they eat rice.
Wow.
They eat rice. They're not giving them anything. Now, since you said food, let's talk about these dealerships. They have car dealerships here, right? Now, you know, in the US, if you're a car salesman, you get a certain percentage of the price of the car that's being sold, right?
Yeah.
So, me and my husband went to the Isuzu dealership, and they was all over us, especially when they found out we were American. They was all over us to buy a car, right? So I asked the lady, I said, well, how much money are you going to make off this car? She said, oh, well, we have to sell about 10. And I said, well, how much do you make off the 10? She told me $14.
God damn.
I said, $14?
Wow.
I said, y'all trying to sell me a vehicle that costs $44,000 and they only going to give you $14 after you sell 10 of them?
Damn.
See, that's the type of stuff that goes on over here. It's crazy. But yet, the people up in politics, they riding nice. They living nice. They eating nice. They not struggling. But these people, it's over what? It's over 50 million people over here in Ghana. But these people are just letting these people do these things to them, and they take it laying down. They don't even try to fight. They don't even try to better their lives. And that's why they want to leave Africa. That's why they come into the West.
Wow.
But don't let no African come to the United States and try to downplay us. They
Right.
can't downplay us. They can never be us. They want to be us. They on the outside looking in, and they seeing how we living. They want to say stuff to us to try to make us feel bad about ourselves. We are on top, and we will always be on top. It don't matter what went on with us over there in the United States. It's still better than here.
Wow.
They ain't lying, gun or trash
It's
as
still
fuck.
better than here.
What's up,
We
Zone?
are privileged.
Yeah.
What's
We're
up, man?
privileged.
I was in Ghana for 2 weeks last year. One of the worst experiences of my life.
What happened?
Man, like she said, as soon as you get there, you realize like we totally two different pieces.
Mm.
The ain't no street lights, the roads suck, the food
Facts.
too goddamn spicy.
Shout out
And
to
one thing
Rasta.
about this, like
Shout out to Rasta. I don't know if you're from the Caribbean, but I advise you do not go to Africa. And the reason why I said that is because, and this is why I made the title the way it is. Y'all niggas need to have smoke for them. I'm sorry, I'm looking at my the big TV. Sorry. Y'all niggas need to have smoke for them. Africa hasn't gave y'all nothing. Y'all need to take y'all culture back, take your lineage back, and like I said, support this delineation so you could get your lineage out there, so you could get your culture out there, and stop saying that shit is Africa. That shit ain't Africa. That shit is the Caribbeans.
she said, they kids be out all fucking time of the night. Like me and my friends was walking to the club, right? And like three little girls came out the cut and just grabbed them niggas' arm and would not let go.
Damn.
And I'm like, bro, what the fuck going on with them little girls? They're like, bro, they won't let go. I'm like, hell nah. So we sitting up telling them to leave, like, little girl, back the fuck up, leave. They just cheesing, holding on these niggas super tight. They walked with us for like 2 blocks till we got fed up. I'm like, if we was some kidnappers, their lives would have been gone. That shit that easy over there. It's kids out there all type of the night. And that shit will not fly over here in America. Somebody gonna call the police and get some shit straight.
Wow.
When I seen that, I lost it. I was ready to go come back to the A by day 3.
Wow. 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 My man. Thank you
So
so much.
to speak on that, here and in other countries in Africa, that's like an organization. Those children have pimps. They got pimps. The people you see on the streets of Africa that are like disabled, like maimed and stuff, like their legs are messed up or arms and things like that, those people have pimps. They got quotas they got to meet out there bigger than them streets. That's why them girls wouldn't finna let your hands go, because they needed that money to bring back.
Man. Wow.
Crazy.
Let's get Luminous. Hop in, Luminous.
Oh, sorry.
You to be to get in?
No, sorry, I'm at work.
Lips. Hop in, Lips.
Yes, I just got on here. I don't know what y'all was talking about.
Okay, Lips. Thank you. Let's get Tony. Tony C. Hop in, Tony. Tony.
Everybody, don't forget to like and subscribe and
Yo,
comment
Tony.
into the live chat. And also, if you want to send donations, I'll send it
Okay,
in the
this dude
live
is taking
chat.
a damn bubble bath. Okay, y'all hitting the button by mistake. Come on now, don't do all that. But anyway, I feel next time you gotta call in with your son. I like to talk to your son and see what's
I
going on.
will.
Yeah, I want to see what's going on with him. And I want you to be safe out there, you and the family. And y'all need to come on back to the crib, man. Y'all need to yeah.
I know we do. So yeah, this isn't it. This isn't it, Black Americans. Just like I talked to my daughter when I was there in the U.S. and I was like, "Well, have you thought about leaving?" She said, "Mother, no." She said, "Now I might send my baby away." She said, "But this is my country. I was born and raised here, and I'm going to stay here and fight for my country. She said, whatever goes on, she said, I'm not leaving the soil of the U.S. because my ancestors are in this soil. And that's how every Black American needs to think. Don't let these people get in your head making you think that you African and you African descent and come home to the motherland. This is not the motherland. Trust and believe. This is not the motherland over here. People even think that all the food in Africa is organic. No, it's not. It's imported. And the things that are grown here, you better be careful about eating them because they irrigate them with sewage water.
Oh shit.
Okay?
Boy.
They use pesticides and herbicides here. They vaccinate their animals too. So do not believe all that wahala. It's not true.
Wow. KW.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. You hear me, Tariq?
I hear you. What's up, brother?
Oh, okay, man. I want to ask Sophia some questions. What does your son do for a living out there? What does he do for, for work wise?
Well, the thing about that is you can't work in here. And he said he refuses to work for CDs. And I don't blame him. The average pay here in Ghana is the equivalent of about $30 US. And my son said that he isn't even going to flip his pinky finger for that. And I don't blame him. But
I know you said he's like 26. How long has he been living out there? Or, how long have you guys been there?
he has been here for 3 years. He's been in Ghana for 3 years.
How's he sustaining himself financially?
Oh, he has money.
Okay.
He has money. We all have money. We have money.
Okay.
So, yeah, he went to, he graduated from ASU. He is a, oh my goodness, he is a, something to do with chemistry.
Okay.
I have to ask him. It's this long word, but yeah. So he has money. So what I did, and what I did for all of my children, once I had a child, I automatically started putting money back for them to go to college. Okay. When they turned 16, I took them to go and get their driver's license, and I purchased them a vehicle. And when they turned 18, I automatically registered them to vote. So what I did was when my children decided to go to college, they didn't have to go nowhere to get no Pell Grant, the beg, or none of that stuff. Mommy and daddy had them taken care of for college, right? Yeah. So with my son that's here now, I had his college money already ready. When he told me what college he wanted to go to, I was like, okay, I got you, right? So when I told him, I said, honey, sign on. Let me see how much money I need to take up here to ASU because he's getting ready to go. So when he signed in, I just see a whole lot of numbers. I'm like, hold on, what is this? What's going on? So I called into ASU. I was like, hey, I needed to know how much I need to bring to pay for my son's tuition. I said, but his account is not looking right. I said, looks like money's already been paid. My son went to ASU on a full academic scholarship, and I didn't even know it until I got ready to go pay. So they told him, they said, ma'am, you don't have to pay anything. They said, he's got so much money that he's going to get money every semester. And I was like, what? So yeah, my son is smart, but I didn't know that he had this scholarship. He didn't even know he had the scholarship. But yeah, he had a full ride academic scholarship to ASU. So what I did, I told him, I said, now, sir, if you play your cards right, and if you listen to me and do what I tell you to do, you can come up out of ASU with $100,000 in your pocket. And that's what he did. And so what I did was the money that I saved up for him to go to ASU those 4 years, I gave it to him. So that's how he's able to do what he wants to do over here without having to work.
Got you. Okay.
And see, a lot of other Black parents need to start doing this. When you have a child, don't think, oh, well, the child is going to be able to get a Pell Grant or the child is going to be able to get a scholarship. When that child pop out your womb, you need to start saving up for that child because it's not fair for that child to graduate from high school and want to go to college or whatever and not being able to. People should not rely and think of different systems and resources for their children. You are the child's resource. You, just like I told my daughter, all my children, if you don't have the financial stability and ability to take care of your child solely by yourself, don't have a child. Because in the United States, 6 weeks old, the baby going to daycare, the mama going back to work. Who's raising your child? Daycare raising your child. When your child get old enough to go to kindergarten, your child is in kindergarten, you at work. Who raising your child? Kindergarten raising your child. At what point are you going to raise your child? If you don't have the ability for at least one parent to stay home and raise that child, don't have the child. Don't do it. And I'm grateful that my husband afforded me the ability to stay home and raise all my children, because I got to indoctrinate my children with the beliefs and how they live today. And that's how every Black person should think. We shouldn't be sending our children off to school for the YT people to raise them and teach them and all of that. We should be doing that. We need to be more of a community and unified as a foundational Black American communities.
Yes, ma'am. Let's get Apadada. Okay. Trying to get this brother on. Yo, Apadada. Apadada, did you mean to get on, brother?
Yeah, can you hear me?
I can hear you. What's up, brother?
Hey. I'm an island boy.
Where you from?
I'm from Cali, man. I'm from Fillmore. I'm from the city.
Oh, you from the town. There it is.
Yeah. Nah, I'm from San Francisco. I'm from the mall.
Oh, there you go. What's going on with you?
Yeah. Nothing, man. Just want to say I'm loving the live. You know, I had to come over here from X, man.
No doubt.
So I'm kind of getting new to the adjustment, just like you.
No doubt. All right, man. Thank you so much, brother. Thank you so much.
No doubt. Peace.
Okay. But anyway, Afia, rather, Miss Afia. There's a lot of good information here, sis. You gave us a lot of good information. Bringing some truth to power here, man. It's very heavy stuff. And again, we need y'all to come on back to be safe. Come on back home.
Oh, another thing I want to say. There is a lot of Black Americans in different countries in Africa, and Ghana especially, that have come here, have set up shop, and now they scamming other Black Americans. Y'all better watch out for these people. Watch out for these people. Yep. Just because they Black American, don't fool with them. Now, it does not make sense for a Black American to come over here, get a piece of land from the chief for less than $1,000, and then turn around, cut it up, and sell it for $20,000, and the Black Americans running over here buying it, eating it up. Then, let me build your house for you. They charging the Black Americans $200,000, $300,000 to build a house. It doesn't cost that much. Y'all got to be careful.
Oh yeah. Wow. Sister,
y'all got to be careful, because just because you think that they're your brethren, watch out, because they here to make $1 off you too.
Yeah. All right. That's Miss Afia Lee. Man, she brought some heat. Boy, she brought some heat. Round of applause.
That shit is crazy. I wanted y'all to listen to that, and I wanted the Caribbeans to listen to that too, because at the end of the day, this show is about y'all. This isn't a FBA show today. This is a Caribbean show, or if you want to be a tether, it's a tether show. But Caribbeans need to be careful of who they call brother from Africa, because they didn't come and get. They didn't come. Excuse me. They didn't come and get y'all from the Caribbean islands. They left y'all there. Now commerce happened and they need you. Don't fall for it and stay away from it. Fix your country. Make your country a power country. Don't make Africa a power country. For what? For what? Don't do it. We don't want to hear about those countries because they're scammers too, Shabaka. You know, I just want y'all to be safe, and this goes to the Caribbeans too. I want y'all niggas to be safe out there. I know you're not a foundational Black Americans, but foundational Black Americans don't want nothing to happen to y'all niggas. We always been like that, you know. So definitely be safe when you go to Africa. You know, I'm gonna watch one more video because I got a crazy headache. I might do something later on. Actually, I'm gonna end the show right now. I got a headache. We'll do a part 2 of this today or tomorrow. But I gotta get some sleep. My head is fucked up right now. Everybody take care. Thank y'all for being on this show. This was a light show. Shout out to Rasta. This is the first time I seen you on this show, and salute to you. All right. Shout out to Shabaka, E Will. Let's see. Let's get it. Killmonger, my hero. Let's get it. 004, DJ Biggs. And salute to y'all. We'll do something later on. My head is killing me right now.